Hi, I'm Milo, and my pronouns are they, them, and welcome to the stream. We're playing more Bonk games. We're almost done. Only 2 more to go, and this is one of them. It's Bonk's Return. The 2006 mobile phone game on J2ME, I think. So what I'm going to do is... I have so many windows open, it's crazy. I'm going to load one version of the game to show you like a version of the intro, but I want to stress that there's like a lot of different, game files that you can find for a lot of mobile games, including this one, that, have slight differences. So the main one I'm going to be playing has been archived in Carvey Break, but there's a slightly separate rendition that I just want to show you, that because the version in Carvey Break does not have this particular feature. There's a cute little opening animation, which is nice, but this, that little animation there with the volcano in the background, that is not in every version. So, okay, cool. Now that we've established that, I'm going to play it in Carvey Break, so I can close this. And then, but before we do, I want to show you the trailer for the game because it's really interesting. So I found this archived on bonkzonk.com, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to just capture my whole display because there was a weird thing with OBS with doing video captures. So I think this works. Oh, okay. Hopefully that's not too loud. They want to make it seem so hardcore. One tough noggin with an out-of-place apostrophe. I don't know what year that is, but there you go. Bonk's Return. So the mobile phone screen there is showing real gameplay, but for some reason in the background, and sometimes they cut to it, footage from the remake on PS2 and GameCube, which was Japan exclusive. And was 3 years old at this point. It's just weird that it gives a false impression. Anyway, 13 levels, remember that number? Noggin without the apostrophe. So there you go, that's the trailer. Very strange. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Weird that they're showing footage from the remake. I don't know why that is. But yeah, Hudson's name is all over that. The image that we've got here is a quote-unquote box art that you can find online. A lot of people use it for like mock-ups for remakes on the Wii and the PSP. I don't know. I don't even know if it's official or if it's fan art, but it's the closest thing I could get, so I threw it up there. Okay, so let's just show you what I'm doing here. Carvey Break, I've used this before. Excellent front end for all sorts of mobile phone games that have been preserved and are playable. And here's Bonk's Return by 2 Tribes. I'll tell you more about them later, but for now they're an indie developer based in the Netherlands. And there's a screenshot. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. So I'll make sure to capture that one. Beautiful. Actually, I want to show you. Hope this works. Nope, it didn't. Yep, it did. Okay. So this is like a different version of the game with different like logos at the start, but this is, as far as I can tell, the high-spec version of the game. So they've archived a pretty decent version. It doesn't have like all the bells and whistles that other one I was playing does for some reason. But you know, that's how mobile games were. Hundreds of different versions. Let me know if the sound is okay with the volume levels. Alright, before we start, let's go through some of these menus things. Hudson, Bonk's Return, Developer 2 Tribes, and credits too. Might as well watch these now. So 2 Tribes, you might know them for creating the Toki-Tori games, Toki-Tori 1 and 2, classics of sort of indie game stuff. I think there was a Toki-Tori on like the Game Boy Color, but they're also on the 3DS and I think the Switch, maybe. I don't know. I played it on Wii U and 3DS, the sort of that era. But yeah, they do keep porting and remaking it. They also made Swords and Soldiers, as well as Rive, so those are like the big names in their catalogue. Yeah, and an interesting note was that they're a Dutch studio, you know, based in Europe, but the game is using the North American name for Bonk because it was only released in North America as far as I can tell. Although they were like Russian. No, you know, it was probably released elsewhere in Europe under that name. Whether that was official or not, I don't know. Right. Back. Okay. Here's the story. Such as it is. Bonk the caveman must headbutt his way through a primitive yet exotic world to defeat the evil King Drool. Use Bonk's abilities to navigate through the prehistoric levels. Keep Bonk healthy by collecting fruits, veggies, and meat. Attack enemies using Bonk's various head attacks and go for the highest score in the process. And controls. And this is going to also tell us about gameplay functions. Like a lot of mobile platformers, there's this diagonal jump thing to minimize the number of keys you need to press at a time. Climbing is back, cliff climbing. When Bonk fails to jump over a cliff but hangs onto the cliff wall, use jump to climb. Jumping headbutt is their name for the grand bonk in this game, or the sort of ground attack. Jump and use the headbutt to fall head over heels onto the enemy. And spin jumping returns, of course. You jump and repeatedly use the headbutt to increase Bonk's jumping distance and time in the air. So before we play options, there's not much there. Yeah, before we play the main story mode, challenge, I think, is what the trailer meant by 4 minigames. So we're going to do these. I'll just check that my controller is working. Looks like it's good. Climbing is first. Jump your way to the finish line. Okay. Sometimes there's a little pause or like like a little hitch when it goes to play a sound. I've noticed that on some of these mobile phone emulation things, but that's okay. Looks like, yeah, this is the good version. This is 320 by 240 resolution, which is generally the most you get in this era for games like this. The version I played before was actually 240 by 240, even though it had the more advanced intro or whatever. But you'll notice how detailed the level graphics are. The background's very lush. Jump your way to the finish line. Okay. And BC Kid himself has a new sprite, which looks very nice. It's been updated a little bit. And he's got some nice animations. I think this game looks really good, although there's a little bit of a sort of disconnect between the cartoony look of the sprite and the slightly more realistic look of the like level graphics. Can I not climb this one? Apparently not. So I can't get that plus 5 seconds to prove my high score. Oh well. Spring race. We've already seen the spring flowers. Jump your way to the finish line. Cool. Oops. Oh, I didn't manage to stay in the air the whole time. Oops, yeah. This actually controls pretty well. I would expect 2 Tribes to put out a quality product. Whoa. Okay. Well, this is early in their catalog, I think. Oh, what? There we go. I don't think I really have access to a turbo function with with the way I'm playing this, so head bonking will only be as good as my thumb will allow. Okay, final mini game, Volcano, headbutt 10 lava rocks. Oh, cool. Yeah, we saw this kind of thing a lot in the games, headbutting rocks or avoiding rocks from a volcano. That was in the PC Genjin land as well. Ow. How are we doing? Only 3. Oh no, 3 left. Last one. Seriously? The upwards attack is the most efficient thing I think to use here. Congratulations. Alright, that's the mini games, I guess. And it'll show you the best scores you've gotten on all of them. Don't think that key is mapped. Okay. Nope, it's not. Never mind. Alright, story mode. Now there is a story. More than what was in that about section. There's cutscenes, so that's really cool. Let's check those out. New game. So, I'm not sure who this is, if this is supposed to be Princess Czar, but it's a cute design, I guess. Yeah. Get your hands off me, you beast. Somebody help. Wahaha, you're not big enough to tell me what to do. You're now gonna be my queen. Right. Oh, Bonk. I think he looks really cool in this game. I like the design. Nobody takes women from my turf. Nobody. Not even old green snout drool. 19 miles left. So, miles, I wonder if that's what they're just labeling the levels. In which case, the 13 number is interesting because other versions of this game that I'll be playing later say 13 miles left at the very start of the game. So I took that to mean that this version has more levels, but if 13 is what they're advertising in the trailer, then like what's the lead platform? Yeah, old green snout. It's a good one. Okay. Cool. And yeah, the sounds are pretty good. Yeah, okay. Woo. It's just too bad they can't do sound and music at the same time. A common limitation on the platform. Okay, use the jumping headbutt, and we can juggle. Whoop. You start getting grinners when you juggle enough, I think. There's one. Okay. Oh, did that restore health? Interesting. New feature for this version. But, yeah. So while BC Kid has sort of a new look in his sprite, it feels like all the enemies are very much taken directly from the original game. It's the way it looks, anyway. Or at least very heavily based on that. Yep. Hover! Didn't make it. Let's just test that. Yeah, smileys restore your health. That's fair enough. And we can also use hearts to do the same thing. I don't know. Oh! That was a heart container. It actually got me more health. So that heart looked red, but it was really blue. Kevin says she likes the sprite work and animation, and yeah, I agree. It's really good. It's a good look for the series. 18 miles left, okay. Nope. So I don't know when the climbing mechanic activates. I guess I'll have to get this by hovering. There we go. Kevin said it would be nice. It would be neat to see someone make a recreation of this in a non-mobile engine. Yeah. That's the thing with a lot of mobile games. Like, they're really let down by the technical restrictions of the platform, really. So yeah, it would be nice, because I think there's a lot to like here. Hint. Bonk is carnivore. Get him some meat and enjoy his upgraded skills. Now, this is something I don't know too much about. Oh boy. Oh no, I lost it already. Oh cool, we've got some chicken enemies now too. Well, hopefully we see more of the transformation later. I don't know if there's more than one in the game. Oh, wow. Basic chickens have 2 health apparently. Hi, Captain. Oh, Captain, give me a subscription. Nice, thank you. How's it going, Cap? Those ones down there took more damage when I hit them into the ceiling. That's interesting. Watch this. Instant death. And yes, the grand bonk or jumping headbutt does double damage, as it should. So good job with that. Sorry, just checking my notes. Okay. So we'll see some version differences later. Oh, okay. I think only certain walls can be climbed and they have that texture on them. Okay, yes, I know. Yes, thank you. There we go. Well, these sound effects are the best you're going to get on a mobile phone in 2006. Some valuable items are out of the main path. There is a hidden one not far from here. Hidden, huh? That's not hidden. That's... Wait, it's talking about that heart, right? Hearts are very powerful. They give you a whole extra health point. Well, I got it. Yeah, when we play the other versions of this game before, you will find that the sounds are not as good, even as this. But the music on the title screen was really good. Sometimes these kinds of games give you... Oh, maybe that's the item they were talking about, an extra life. I better grab that. I don't know how hard this is going to get later. Sometimes games like this give you the option of either sound or music. I would have preferred the choice and being able to pick music. Okay, I can't get up there. Never mind. We'll go without the life. Because I liked the sound of the music on the title screen. I think they did well with that. Oh. I think some of the sounds are delayed. It's like the sound of an enemy hitting the ground after being turned into a ball plays quite late for some reason. Gibbon says, these are levels in a really old school sense, huh? Yeah, they're pretty small. I like how it's kind of... Oh, big meat. Okay, so there's at least 2 transformations maybe? Oh, it's the same. So maybe I'm invincible? Yes. Fast and invincible. So this is the second stage transformation from the first game, I think. Looks like even in your base form, a Grand Bonk will freeze all enemies on screen, which is nice. Check out the croc. Frozen. Briefly, but still. Excuse me. What phone was this on? That's a really good question. I don't really know. I know that they would have targeted a lot of different handsets, which is why you find a lot of different versions floating around. I don't know if Carby Break really tells you. Carby Break keeps things pretty simple. Yeah, but the way I understand it, a lot of the underlying technology is pretty similar, so that's how you could get games running on a lot of different things. But I don't really know. I might be wrong about that. I know some of my other emulators have a lot of different options for which phone model you're going to be like replicating or emulating or whatever, which might help with compatibility for certain games, but I never really played around with that much. I just stick with the default option. What year? 2006. So that's 3 years after the remake. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. I tried. It's very easy to overshoot with this control scheme. It's not perfect. It's not quite as tight as the regular console games. Or even the Game Boy games. So Coffee Break does say that it's a J2ME game. I know there were some different technologies for phone games. J2ME was the most popular one, but there were other ones too. Oh, okay. And the transformations are timed, of course. Wait a minute. Ah, okay. They've simplified how gliding works. So in the air, you do a headbutt. But then, if you press it again, I was mashing, so I thought it worked like in early games, but in this game, you always end up, no matter how many times you press the button, you end up with your head facing the ground, ready to do a slam attack. Which does make things simpler. You're guaranteed to get that damaging thing going off. You're just missing a little bit of the precision of platform timing, platforming, you know what I mean. I would find that necessary for some boss fights in the earlier games. I'm not sure if this version is, if this game even has boss fights. So the trailer said Game of the Year comes to mobile, and sometimes when you see stuff about this game, it kind of implies it's a remake, but it's really not at all. Didn't I see a meat? Oh, okay, I got a secret one up. I saw a meat through the floor at some point. I don't know where it's gone. Oh well, I got the one up. When you kill an enemy, what is the red circle? Great question. Let's just get through this first. Still trying? You look worn out running around with your big noggin and short little legs. I'm gonna blow you away, sucker. Wow. Bonk hasn't had much dialogue before, but in this game he's pretty sassy. Ha ha ha, save your energy for swinging through the trees. I don't swing from trees, I break them, just like I'm gonna break you before breakfast. Wow. Oh, cool, a new enemy. These actually look dissimilar to the sprite style of the other enemies that we're taking from like the PC Genjin games. And this, oh, this is like a wood tree thing. It just looks way more detailed. Yeah, so the red circle has been a feature in many games in the series, but generally it appears when you defeat one of those croco ankylosaur things. Oh no, the slug, we need the salt bombs. So the implication is like those croco dino creatures are green but with a red back, and when you attack them they're defeated and they curl up into a ball and then like fly off into the air, and you could juggle them in the ball state. In this game, everything uses that same sprite for when it's been defeated and ready to be juggled. So it's sort of an economy of sprites thing, I guess, and to communicate that gameplay function. But yeah, originally it was supposed to represent that one enemy. Wonder if the ending is down here. Oh, we got a health up. That's good. Hi, Max. How's it going? Whoa, the Mimic. Mimics are in this game too. I did know that already because I've seen a sprite sheet for this game, this mobile game. Someone's ripped all the sprites. So I spoiled myself, unfortunately. Yeah, Bonk doesn't have the salt bombs. Yeah, the mimic thing's pretty creepy. I like it. Oh, so the ending was climbing up that beanstalk. That's cute. So far, it's all been a skull marking the end of the level, but here is a more contextual ending, which is nice. I'm gonna try and restore some health by juggling an enemy. Oh, well, sometimes they just drop smileys anyway, which is nice. Having enemies drop health is cool. It's not the first time it's happened, of course, but... And the clouds are bouncy, you automatically bounce off them. That's a staple. Boom. Too bad I can't triangle jump. I keep trying to do it. Imagine how much easier this would be with salt bombs, says Captain. You and your salt bomb agenda. Ah. I'm a little worried about the health levels here. Oh. And it's not quite responsive enough to get a head bonk off a short hop. So you just have to be careful. Yeah, whatever. I was going to check up on those clouds, but never mind. Ow. Okay. I want that meat. And that health. Fusion Warrior's here too. She says, this is so sad. I think for what they were working with, it's decent enough. Oh, I was standing on that cloud. That shouldn't be. You should only jump on a cloud. I think we're going to double back in this level. Also, you can't climb downwards. No! Crap. Oh, God. Okay. We're in survival mode here. Nuts! Oh, okay. So, when you die, it uses up a life and you immediately come back in the same place. Which is how the classic games were as well. Captain is wondering about the timeline. Does this happen after splitting the world in half? Yeah, maybe that would explain some things. Oh god, okay. I could probably make that. Ooh, Gibbon's got a timeline theory. She's convinced that this is a grown-up Bonk Jr. after an in-universe time gap as long as the one between games. That's not the jump. Yeah, oh, what? I didn't get the full jump. I gotta hold the button down longer or something. But yeah, referencing the baby from the arcade game. Oh. The child of the boy and girl bonks grown up. I like that as an idea. Okay. Oh! I can do it. I'm gonna do it. I need to do it. I need all the health I can get. Because I don't have save states or anything as a crutch. And I missed that one up. Captain's favorite one was the arcade game. Interesting. Yes, okay, cool. I wonder what the max health is. What? Oh, I thought I was invincible, but I wasn't. I didn't have that extra visual effect, and it was only a small meat. I should have known. I was just going to ram right through that slug. More fool me. Okay. Yeah, the arcade game was good, but I think it kind of took away too much of what I liked about the series in the effort to make a more arcade-friendly experience. And I mostly mean the gliding. You can't do rapid head spins in that game. And I think that's a loss, as well as just like the exploration and stuff that you get in other platformer games in the series. It was very straightforward, action-y, for good reason. And I agree with the changes that they made to the formula to turn it into an arcade game. But for the reason that it made those changes, I can't prefer it, personally. So we had the vertically oriented level climbing up the beanstalks, and now we have a downwards vertically oriented level where we fall from the clouds. That's really cool. They're really mixing up the level types, and I appreciate that. Look at all these damn slugs. You're totally right, Fusion. She said, I'm serious, this would have been an amazing DS game. Bah, I still have my biggest and best soldiers at my full disposal. We're just getting warmed up, my friend. Bigger isn't always better. Just what I'd expect to hear from a measly little primate. Grr, booga looga. Nice new snowy mountain backdrop. But yeah, she was saying this would have been an amazing DS game in 2006 with probably a similar budget but way more sales. Yeah, I should look up what Two Tribes were doing at the time. But I totally agree. It would have been a much more full-featured and yeah, satisfying game on the DS. Nope. Hold on, I'm trying to get the page up. Captain was helping me out there. Small meat. Love that they made 8 different endings. They 100% did not need to do that in the arcade game. Yeah, I agree. No, salt bombs would not. Bonk doesn't know how to use bombs. He's too primitive. Smiley's giving health. Yeah, that's a change they made for this, and I don't mind it because I like having health. It would have sold for $40 to $50 on the DS. That's true. This would have been a lot cheaper. Okay, so they did a port of Worms World Party in 2001, and then Tokitori was indeed originally a Game Boy Color game. And then on Moby Games, there's a gap of 5 years, and then Bonk's Return. So, yeah, I don't know. They must have done other stuff in the meantime that hasn't been recorded, but they've got another J2ME game here, so maybe they were trying to make it as a J2ME developer. But then, in the very same year, they released Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties on the DS. So they were making DS games. This is based on the second live-action Garfield movie, I think. There are no screenshots, so I don't know what it looks like at all. Apparently, it uses the stylus. First person and third person. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, they put out a few DS games after this. So I think they could have done it at this time. But it might have been a matter of budget that Hudson was willing to afford. Alright. So as Gibbon said, it's the dinos. Yeah, these guys, they're really cool. I like the design. Let's see if they will eat us. I want to see if that animation... Whoop, ice block. Yes, it's there. The animation's here. And I think we need to mash to escape. That's cool. I like seeing that. Sharp crystals is a hazard. And look at that backdrop. It's beautiful. Ouch. Woo. Tight. Cool. 9 miles left. Can I ride the ice block? Yes. Sick. I like that a lot. Ow. No. It's eating her. And then it's gonna eat me. Oh my god. Oh, mimic. Can I climb? I thought there might be something up there. Oops. Invincibility. It's too bad they didn't make a new transformation for this game. I like seeing new... Whoops, I ran out of invincibility. Yeah, I like seeing the new wacky transformations. It's a fun part of following the series through. Captain is hoping Crab Bonk is in this game. That's a good point. I don't know if that's in the spec, but yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed that Crab shows up. Only 8 miles left. Not too long to go. Oof, close one. Oops. Blundered right into it. Okay. Oh, a hidden heart, and you saw what that did. I'm at maximum health with 7 hearts, so even if I get more, it will not be upgraded, sadly. That's okay. Good to know we're at the maximum possible healthiness. And you know what? I think this game doesn't have ice physics. I think I'm just walking normally. Maybe a little slip, but it's nowhere near as bad as certain platformers. You don't have to dread the ice level in this one. Oh, a meat. I don't know really. Let's see, I'm moving faster. Ah, nuts. But I didn't have that little extra effect to show me I was invincible, I guess. But when your Grand Bonk can stun all enemies on screen, even in base form, it's not as powerful to have a transformation. I guess moving faster at all times is a way to make up for that. Captain says no ice level. No ice physics, no underwater level. Things are looking up. So far, yeah. Oop. Fusion says DS games of the era often came with extra fun features, so I would think it would have been put out for 40. Could have been basically the same game but with better... What? Whoa. That was sick. Good ending. Basically the same game but with better audio and graphics. Added in half a dozen touch control minigames, probably single cart multiplayer, and the PC Engine trilogy unlockable through gameplay. That's a lot of extras. I don't know if they could have done all that, but it would have been nice, huh? And I bet it would have sold well, considering the free advertisement from Nintendo Power and the like. Yeah, especially if they just stuck to a North American release. How do I get down there? I don't know if ice blocks hurt me, but I can ride them. Nope, they pass through me. Oh, the extra life. I gotta go down there. Ow. Stupid. Oh, there was some ice physics there. So, how do I get an ice block to come down there? Oh, I can use the invincibility from this meat to cross the treacherous spikes. Yes, the big meat. What? I'm not invincible? But I can at least use the iframes. The ice frames. But yeah, I think the series would have been well situated on the DS. I was thinking before about like other games that are a bit like Bonk, because we've talked about that. The ice frames, yes. That's what they're called now. Oh no, crap. And where did that end up? Over here. And I thought of something. I thought of Gone. Now, I've played a Gone game on stream before, ages ago, on the Super Nintendo. And basically I thought of it because they're both like cartoony, set in a prehistoric era, and their protagonists have big heads. So I think they've got a few things in common. I don't know how similar the gameplay is, but they're platformers. It's not too different. But yeah, the Super Nintendo Gone isn't the only Gone game. I've played another one on 3DS called Gone Baku 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 Adventure, which I bought secondhand at a book off. But, you know, it's easy to get it now on HShop. And yeah, that was pretty cool. It was fine. Yeah, it's not amazing or anything. Oops. Need to cross those ice blocks. Fusion argues that the DS was a port machine and ports within sequels were common. So packaging the much older games with would have been elementary. Can you give me any examples of that? Because I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'm just thinking of Metroid 1 being included with Zero Mission on the Game Boy Advance, which is a different console. Ports within sequels. Yeah. Can you jog my memory on that? I'm gonna smash you and then trash you, Drool. Let's talk about this like nice civilized beings. Oh, he's on the back foot now. Bonk doesn't bargain. Bonk conquers all evildoers. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's rip him up, big boy. Okay, every single Mario game came with Mario Brothers. That's true. The 4 Mario Advance games and Superstar Saga came with Mario Brothers. But again, that's the GBA, not the DS. Oh, rude. I can make that. Gibbon mentions Umihara Kawase DS or Umihara Kawase Shun Kanzenban, which was a port of the PlayStation game to DS that included a port of the original SNES game as well. So that's a good example. The Super Famicom Umihara Kawase was also included in Sayonara Umihara Kawase Plus on the Vita. Interesting. It's not in the 3DS version, that's for sure. Because that's another one that I got in Japan. It's a bit more expensive than Gone. Was that a red evil Bonk? No, this is another dino enemy, a classic enemy of the series. They're faster and they have more health, basically. But it does kind of look like me as a dino, you're right. The big head and everything. Okay, I think we're doing pretty well. We got 4 lives. Hopefully... Whoop, big meat. Love that. Whoa, nuts. Okay. Kind of halfway in a wall there. I'm trying to jump off to the left. What? Okay, so you don't always get the full height jump. You just got to be a bit careful about... Oh boy. Probably would have made that easier with the speed boost from the meat. Oh well. Don't know if I can make it now. Let's try the diagonal jump by pressing the button. on this keypad here. Yes, it worked! Yes, awesome. The diagonal buttons on the numpad, really cool. I'm glad that worked as I thought it might. Are they coming back? And my reward was a 1-up. Love that. That dino just flew off and didn't come back. And don't try and tell me pterosaurs aren't dinosaurs. I don't care. Prehistoric reptile. Oh. Okay, things are getting dicey, but I at least have a stock of 5 lives. Oh! This is your last chance, you damn dirty ape. Give up or die. It's a really strange insult for a primate to be using against a reptile or a reptiloid. Dinosaur. Dinosaurs aren't reptiles. I just established this. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a Planet of the Apes reference, but it's just weird to be coming out of Bonk's mouth. You give up. Drool never quits. As a matter of fact, I'll grind your bones to make bread for my supper. You can't eat what you can't catch. It's very true. 4 miles left. We're really getting to it now. We're in a new zone. Drool's Castle. What the heck? Okay. Oh, new enemies all over the place. Got little dinos. We've got these droppy drab things that have like the smiley face. Not quite the grinner face. Oh, it is the same, isn't it? It's just palette swapped. Oh no! Crap. That would have been such a boon to get that before dying. Okay, these are immune to damage. Did Gianna Sisters DS have like a version of the original game? I feel like it did. But like remade in the engine, in the new engine. Like the old levels as a bonus. Gibbon says she's impressed by the level and enemy variety in a J2ME game. Yeah, I agree. I'm really pleased with this. It's not perfect, it's a bit jank, but a lot of games on the system are. And it breaks from series convention a little bit in some ways, but that's fine. Like I said, for the arcade game, I think it's fine to make those changes if it's in service of your current game design. And Smiley's restoring health, I agree with this change. Because they never could really settle on what Smiley's did from game to game. Sometimes they restore your health at the end of a world. Sometimes they feed your special powers. And I have no idea what they did in PC Genjin Land Viva Chicken Kingdom. Alright, so I go down there. There's been no instant death pits so far. That feels like it's the end of the level, but there might be something fun over here if I explore a bit more. Well, it's health. I'm already at max, but I might as well get the refill. Yeah. Okay. Fusion says she was thinking more of GBA. Memory is fuzzy. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I think there are some examples, but either way, the DS would have been a good place for Bonk to make a comeback, I think. And they missed a trick by not doing it, but Hudson was kind of in trouble at the time. Not as much trouble as they would be a few years later. I'll talk about that in the next stream when I play Bonk Brink of Extinction, a cancelled XBLA game that we nevertheless have a playable prototype of, and I've managed to get it working. I've confirmed I can play it. So you can look forward to that next week. It's the final Bonk game ever in the whole series, even though it didn't actually release, sadly. So this is the last official one. I don't know if it's a great way for the series to go out on, but there you go. Sometimes you can't choose these things. Oh. Yeah, the DS had some of the strengths of the GBA. It could play GBA stuff. Built on similar backbone. Gibbon says that the GBA was a good place for lots of things to make comebacks. Yeah, equally true. Let's just look at that tiny little dino. Very cute. I think it's similar to the ones in the original game that would hatch out of eggs in late levels. Oh, no, those were pterosaurs, weren't they? This one looks more like a theropod. I don't know, whatever. I just wanted to say as well, I like the black outlines around the sprites. It's a good look. Especially those thicker ones on the dino, the big dino enemies there. Oh. Okay. 1 mile left, it said, coming into this stage, so I feel like getting pretty close, and my 4 extra lives is making me feel pretty safe. Okay. Fusion says that DS was the place for single-cart multiplayer fluff, touchscreen minigames, the obvious fun filler that took little dev time. When you say that, it makes me think of Rayman, Raving Rabbids on the DS. A decent game of that name. One of the many released under that title. But it was built in the Rayman 2 DS engine, i.e. the port of Rayman 2 to the DS. So it had this sort of 2.5D thing going on. Okay, this is tricky. A fitting final level, I think, if it is. I'm not going to get that smile. Oh, health. That was close. You can sort of T-spin your way onto a platform if you're quick about using the spin. I like the dithered fire effect over the lava there. That's good. Whoa, 3 at once? Okay, we're bringing back enemy spam. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry, Gibbon. I made Gibbon think about the Gianna sisters, which is disappointing. Yeah, sorry about that. Did you ever play that? The latest Gianna sisters release is like a weird multiplayer auto runner or something on console. Alright, we lost a life. That's okay. This is rough. If you fall down, you got to redo that part of the level again. Okay, what's in store? King Drool. Alright, the final boss fight. Oh, there he is. Meat. Hopefully I'm more powerful with the meat. Oh, well, I've lost that already. I don't know if I even managed to get a hit in there. Oh, if I'd only got the 2 of them. It's okay. You don't actually become invincible anyway. Yep, okay, so we hit the big crown top. They've learned that lesson. Some of the later games did that right as well. Making any point on his head vulnerable, not just a tiny pixel on his snout. Ridiculous. But we also have a health bar, which is cool. Good to know. It's always been very inscrutable about how much damage the boss was able to take. I guess in some games you had like damage graphics on the boss, like their head becoming more cracked and stuff in the original game. But this is good too. Enemy spam is time-honored Bonk tradition indeed. Fusion stands by the fact that there would have been a multiplayer single-cart touch-tapping flip fruitful minigame. I like the way you've put that, but yes, there absolutely would. There's a tradition of minigames in Bonk, and Adding touchscreen controls would have been right in line with the era for sure. Gibbon says, I wonder if Embracer Group would even remember that they own the franchise if I just went and made a new one myself in relation to Gianna Sisters. All the minigames from the Game Boy Bonk Party game could have come back for the DS game, says Fusion. I agree with that. Gibbon has played the new Gianna Sisters Autorunner. It's maybe it's better with others. Black Forest, who made Gianna Sisters, are the ones making the Ninja Turtles Last Ronin game. Interesting. Alright, final cutscene time. Bonk, you're just amazing. You absolutely rock my world, Bonk. That's right, madam. I'm just Bonk, at your service. The writing in this is wild. I could use a smashing hero like you to keep the peace around my kingdom. Who are you? Peace and quiet ain't really my thing, but if you're part of the package, I'll give it a shot. I'll just be going now then, I guess. Out the back door here. Not so fast there, Mr. X-King Drool. You are hereby banished to the darkest, deepest dungeon in Princess Zar's castle. So it is Princess Zar. Guards, away. Oh, I guess I should have pressed down to expand that text box. He probably just said guards away with him. Booga looga, luga booga. Why is Drool saying that? And then everyone in the entire Kingdom of Zar partied until early the next morning in honor of Bonk, the conqueror of evil King Drool. The end. I pressed down that time. Wow. So that's the story. Oh, there's some background graphics that we're going to see again in the next version that I'm playing. But yeah, there you go. New high score. Now try to beat that record. That's the idea with these mobile games. I just had a thought as well, which is I want to double check what Princess Zar's design looked like in the remake, because it might be based on that. So PC Genjin, Hudson Selects, Long Play, and I'll just look up the ending. I'll capture this for you as well if it's worth doing. Why does he have angry eyes on the last screen? Sometimes he just gets mad, you know? Okay, just skip ahead. Oh yeah, that's 100% what she was redesigned to look like. I think I reacted badly to it at the time as well. I'll just show you, I'll make sure we've got this recorded here. So this is the ending of the game. And I played this, so yeah. That's what she looks like. Makes more sense that they were using footage from the remake in the trailer for this because they were building off that look, that redesign. Drool didn't look like this though, did he? Did they redesign Drool as well? Yeah, he looked pretty weird in this. Yeah, that's Drool in the remake. He didn't look like that in this one. Classic Drool, but Zar is the one that they changed to match. Yeah. Okay. I guess it's interesting to have that continuity between the two titles there. Can't see? I captured it, didn't I? Yeah. You couldn't see it initially and then you could, right? Right? Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think it's okay. Enjoy the music. Because it never plays in game. Wait, you didn't see it? What? Hold on a second. Hold on, I can get this. Oh, sorry, yeah. That was an OBS issue with the video, the capture layering. Sorry about that. I'm dumb. So just a reminder, that's what Drool looked like in the remake, PS2 and GameCube, 2003, I think. And then that's kind of the most recent thing going into development of this one. Thanks to Long Play Archive for this footage. there's the new Czar. She had a different crown design in this game compared to the remake here. And she's humanoid for some reason. Okay. So, I promised you more of this game. But sometimes Carvey Break has different versions of the game archived. In this case, that's the only one they had. But I have other versions that I have obtained through other means. Let me check my notes. Yep, so I'm going to be running these in K Emulator, which is one I use often. Yep, okay, so... Okay, capture window. Go, go, go. Yes, cool. Load jar. Alright. Oh, do I have the screen size set up properly? I do. Excellent. So, in this era, a lot of games had like different SKUs for different handsets. Alright, see you later, Captain. Have a good one. And they would be different sizes, but they would also have different like internal content, fidelity, sometimes like smaller sprites, less detailed graphics and things. This is the 176 by 208 version. So this is like the mid-range version of the game. I want to show you what happens if you enable sound. It's got the same MIDI soundtrack there. But there's just a little problem when you play it, is that when you try and do stuff, there's like a pause when you activate a sound, and then oh, it's actually working this time. When I tried this in practice, there were problems and the game crashed when I had sound enabled, so I thought I would not be able to do it, but that's okay. Are you sure you want to go to the menu? Yes. I'll go back to the menu. And yeah, we can play this properly, apparently. This should all be the same kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's quite similar. I can't believe I... Wait. Oh yeah, I've got the control set up. Good. Oh, no wonder it sounded so quiet. That didn't make a difference at all. Okay, whatever. So yeah, we might as well check these if they're any different. Okay, the graphics are different. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so I think the MIDI sounds are a bit simpler in this version, but you can tell also that the graphics are different. They're a bit more reminiscent of the early games in the series on the PC Engine. We'll see that even more when we get to... Oh! Yep, okay, it did actually crash eventually when I tried to do a jumping headbutt. Okay, so that means that we just have to start again and not load sounds, because I think the sounds are the problem. You heard what they sound like, though. Okay. Because I thought that we wouldn't be able to use sounds, which turns out we can't, I have something prepared, which is some music to play in the background. What I have is a selection of remixes and fan arrangements of music from the series. Now, there's not much. I went looking and I only found 3 tracks. So I've also included the soundtrack of the CD version of Bonk 3, Bonk's Big Adventure, which we didn't actually end up playing during the stream because I decided to play the Hue card version instead. So I'm going to play some music in the background. Oh, I didn't check Siva Gunner. I didn't check that. Maybe if someone wants to do that and report back to me, that would be useful. I gotta rearrange these. I can't. Hang on a second. Alright, well, we'll just go in order then. Which means we're starting with the crazy one. Alright. I hope this isn't too loud. Hold on. So I found this on bonkzonk.com. This is an official rearrangement. It's called Boku PC Genjin Daja by Kazuko Sugiyama from Hudson CD-ROM 2 Music Collection in 1992. So Hudson released a lot of CDs of game music as well as new arrangements. So please enjoy this. Hopefully this doesn't get claimed or anything, I don't know. I wonder if this is supposed to be Bonk singing this. Okay, so that was a bit simpler. And that's what we can expect from this version of the game, is everything to be a little bit simpler. Oh wow. Fusion has found 6 arrangements of Super Bonk songs on Siva Gunner. That's sick. Maybe when we get through this load of tracks I have prepared, then we can... What the heck? Okay, cool. I'm having some problems with the button assignments here. Bear with me a second. Okay. Oh, whoops. Ah, that'll work. You might also notice the game speed is a little faster in this version. I don't know why that is. I just noticed that when I was trying out different versions. Some of them ran faster than other ones. Not much I can do about that. Hopefully it doesn't mess us up too much. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would be nice, Fusion. DM them to me and I will play them when I've got through my playlist here. That'd be cool. Thanks. Okay. So now that that track is done, we've got the track... Hold on, I gotta check which one it is. Too many windows, like I said. So this is from OC Remix. This is called Prehistoric Xmas by DJ Pretzel, and it's based on a track from the original game. And they said in the submission that they wanted to make it sound a bit Christmassy and also electro. The increased game speed is really interesting. Okay. Nope, I just did that one. Okay, last one, Volcano. Yeah. Let me know if the audio balance is okay with these music tracks. Because they sound pretty loud in my ears. Congratulations. Alright. And now the real game. The mini challenges are pretty insubstantial. So there you go, 13 levels, as advertised in the trailer. So I gotta wonder what happened with the design, but yeah, this might have less content than the big version. But yeah, like I was saying before, the background tiles, you can see how they're quite a bit simpler than those sort of photorealistic jungles seen in the top range version. And they're kind of reminiscent of, again, graphics from the original game, much like the enemy sprites and stuff. So, if anything, it fits better for what the game otherwise looks like, but that's okay. I liked the look of the updated graphics anyway, on the top line version. Miles left. I like the vibe of this track, it's pretty cool. Bonk is carnivore. That's... So we're seeing that the level design is pretty similar, but yeah, that's I wanted to confirm that by playing this version, but it's also interesting that there's fewer levels. I guess if you're paying real close attention, you might detect which ones have been cut. I will not have the memory for that, I'm afraid. Okay, this track is... What is this? Okay, this is Bonk's Adventure Stage Theme 1 NAS Remix by Nostalgia Bubble, which I found on YouTube. So go check out Nostalgia Bubble for more remixes of old game music. Good stuff. Oh, I forgot that there's an extra one-up over there that I could have got. Oh well, hopefully we'll be just fine. Oh. Maybe they cut that in this version. Interesting. Whoa, the enemy spam is back. Oh no. The extra life is up there. Okay, so we're seeing level design changes. That's exactly what I wanted from these different versions. That's nice. Yeah. Ooh, Gibbon has just received a box of Brazilian bananinha sweets. That sounds really nice. I like artificial banana flavor. I actually like natural banana flavor as long as it's in something that's not bananas. I just hate eating bananas, but I love banana bread. Okay, well this background's just plain blue. That's not very interesting. But the vine graphic is so different. Yeah, I love it. I love version differences. It's everything I wanted. Ah, these are not artificial. Nice, nice. Ah! Alright, this is the final rearrangement track that I found coming up. It's called Main BGM 5 brackets Bonk's Adventure Remix by NPC from Remixes Etc. Volume 3. Please enjoy NPC's work here. And you can support them on Bandcamp, but this track is also available for free on SoundCloud and YouTube. Climbing up the beanstalk. Banana and sugar that's been cooked and condensed and turned into a bar. Sounds pretty good. Oh, I dig this. I like the sound. Ah! I also like the parallax on the clouds there, which we also saw a lot of parallax in the previous jungle backgrounds too. That was nice. Denser and chewier than banana from the vine. Wow. You make it sound good. Very short levels. Okay, I remember this one, going back for that heart, but there was a meat there in the upper end version. Oh, here's the meat. Okay. And a whole bunch of fruit just lying out. Okay, well the transformation isn't any more powerful with its head bonks. That's not how it should be. I should do more damage. Blackest molasses, wow. I love sugar. I'm so jealous. Oh, this is cool. I like this track a lot. Surely I'm not gonna get content claims, am I? It's already remixes of copyrighted material. I don't know, whatever. Find out later. I just didn't want to have absolute silence over this gameplay. Oh boy. Because of the increased game speed, getting the timing on tapping jump for a higher jump off the clouds is really tricky. Can I buffer it? I don't know if... I think I can. Okay. So I'll just like... Wait, that's not... Oh yeah, I need to press it again. I think I can do this. Maybe? Oh, it's so tough. The window is very tight. No! No, what's wrong with this? Maybe I'll just move on. There's more hearts than you need for full max anyway, so we'll just keep going. Oh sweet, thanks Fusion.
Warning. The CD-ROM disc contains computer data that may damage your audio system.
What?
Please stop playing this disc immediately.
Okay.
Please press the stop button now.
So I guess this is what happens when you put the...
This disc is for use with the CD-ROM system.
The PC Genjin CD
computer data that is not for audio use.
Into your audio
Please
player.
Please press stop on your disc player immediately.
This is just like a direct rip of the game music from the CD version of Bonk 3. And I guess this is one of the tracks. Can we not do the beep? Okay, so the rest of it is actual music. Yeah, so thanks for the links there, Fusion. I'll get to those when I get to them. And Gibbon has sent me a picture of Bananina. Oh, it looks so good. Don't make me hungry in the middle of the stream. Alright. So yeah, enjoy the CD Red Book music, which we didn't get to listen to when I played Bonk 3. Oh, it's almost like those mini games where you grab the fruit on the way down. But part of this level. Along with slugs. Cool. Nice concept for a little level there. Nope. I gotta check if the Bonk being devoured sprite is in this game. It is! Lovely. In this version. Wow, these levels are super short. Oh look! It's a Tokitori Easter egg! That's the chicken character, the star of their Game Boy Color game that, you know, got remastered for 3DS and other platforms later. Tokitori's a great series. I recommend checking out both games. Puzzle platformers. And yeah, that's definitely Tokitori. So 2 tribes inserting their own character in. I love that. I support that. I should have ridden the ice block, but never mind. Keep going. Because there's fewer levels, we might actually not get the chance to fill our life bar completely like we did in the 19 level version. This Red Book audio is sick. Wait, it finished? It didn't seem like it was finished. Does it loop? Maybe it loops. Oh, I recognize this track, but the quality of the samples, my gosh. Oh, we're back in the jungle. Wait, the skeleton is usually the end of the level. I guess it's just decoration, yeah. Volcano zone. Ow. These levels are tiny, teeny tiny. It's even harder to hit head bonks off short hops in this version that runs faster. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Right. No, why? Ow. Yeah, I'm just avoiding those ones. That's familiar. The volcano lair. Less castle-y looking. More volcano-y looking. And only a banana over there. Ah! Oh! The little Triceratops enemies! Unique to this version of the game. How about that? We didn't see them at all in the high-spec version. Yeah. No! I'm gonna make that. Yeah. Fruits. Oops. I missed another banana. That's okay. We'll skip that. Whoa. Instead of a platform, in this version it's like a crocodile, maybe? Cool. Yeah, I love those little guys. Oh, so nice. Ah! But vicious. Only 3 extra lives in this version coming into the final boss. Maybe I can get another one this way. Nope. Oh no, it's a health over here. I appreciate it. In this version, when you die and come back, you don't start with just 3 healths. You get full healths. Ow. Dope. Well, that's the best way of doing. Going into King Drool. Oh, just as big and impressive as he ever was. Love to see it. Glad they fit the full sprite into this version. Sometimes you might expect cuts to things like that. Wow, I actually managed to avoid taking damage that time. How did I do it? I think some of this music, although it wasn't in, there was no Japanese CD release of Bonk 3, some of this CD format music was on a Japanese CD release. So they got it in some form. Oh, there's not even cutscenes in this version, I've just realized. We just cut straight to the congrats screen. We don't have to see Princess Zara again in that form. Wow, okay. That was really quick. Okay. I guess we're gonna move on. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this version of the game. But the next one we're playing is the smallest version. I might have to change the screen size, actually. So this is 128 by 160, and you can, like, stretch screens sometimes on this, so it'll look okay, but there might be errors when you load up. So I like to play them in the native resolution that they're intended for. So this is 128 by 160, the low-spec version of the game for the low-end phones. It's a slightly different aspect ratio, so I'll just adjust this layout a little bit. That'll do. Okay, this does have sound. It's just that the sound is... Hold on a second. It's an approximation of the music through those very, like, farty trumpet midis. It's so loud. Okay, I don't know how to select in this version. Soulfuljazz.ned. It's not too bad, is it? Oh, it's not in focus, that's why. Okay. The font is simpler. There you go. So if you really want, you can pause through those credits and compare them if you're really invested. Bonk the caveman must headbutt his way through a primitive yet exotic world to defeat the evil King Drool. Use Bonk's abilities to navigate through the prehistoric levels. Keep Bonk healthy by collecting fruit, veggies, and meat, etc., etc. Have they cut any mechanics? No, they haven't. Sound on. It's the only thing we can do. And there's no challenge mode. There's no mini games in this version. So we're going to go new game, previous data from my practice will be deleted. That's okay. And here we are. The 128 by 160 version of Bonk's Return. Have a listen. There's sound, but it sounds like that. Maybe I should just disable the sound and then we can keep playing our music without it being interrupted by these midis. Like, the title screen track was actually not that bad. But we're gonna... Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn it off. Oof, blessed silence. Okay. 12 miles left. I thought it was 13. I gotta check that. I guess this is 12? I don't know. How are they counting it? Alright, I'm going to replay with the rearranged, or the audio. Hang on, let me start that sentence again. I am going to resume playing the CD audio soundtrack from Bonk 3. while we play this game. Okay, let's go. Alright. Yeah, I think we're better off with that. Those MIDI blots, they're pretty jarring, I gotta say. But that's what they had going with these handsets. Otherwise, as you can see, the graphics are very similar to the mid-range version. Except for the backgrounds being entirely cut. So like the level geometry has those tiles that are a bit more retro, but they're even simpler in this version actually, now that I look at them. But yeah, we don't get any backgrounds in this at all, which is a little sad, but that's okay. Just black. Looks like all the mechanics are here and accounted for. Whoops. I wanted to backtrack a little for that stuff. Ah. Oh, it was just a banana. Never mind. Maybe I should play Gon Baku 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 Adventure on stream. I don't know. I never emulated 3DS before. I'm not sure how to do it exactly. Wait, what? I didn't have a transformation state. The big mate just made me normal but steaming and faster. Gotta double check if there's actually a real different sprite, because I kind of died too early, too soon to check last time. You know, given the length of this soundtrack, I don't think we're gonna get to the Siva Gunner ones unless I deliberately switch to them right now, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll leave that. And I'll load up those other ones that Fusion Warrior sent me. So these have been not vetted, so there might be some... Well, who knows what's going to be in them. Could be some adult content. We don't really know. It's probably just going to be silly jokes. Okay, I've got... Oh, it's meant to be naughty. Oh, she's done them up in a playlist for me and everything. Very cool. They're sort of in a random order. Not important. This is Shoot the Smiley from Super Bonk. I just realized that these might be mashed up with like actual songs, so that might get copyright claimed or something, but oh well. I'll take my chances. I think I'm getting rickrolled by this video. It matches up pretty well. I always like this song in Super BC Kid. The crab, the Cosmic Crab song. Really cool song. 10 miles left. So this is the Beanstalk level? Yeah. Same graphics as the mid version. Dragonflies! We have another unique enemy in this version! I really didn't expect this. That's sick. They must be instead of the pterosaurs. Dragonflies are a staple of earlier games. I think the pterosaurs were like new graphics for this game actually, so it's interesting to replace them with a retro sprite. Okay, that's the Beanstalk level. Okay, this, hold on a sec. Unused song 1. Okay. I don't know what this is. Oh, I know what this is. It's the Flintstones. Because you always get the Flintstones in Sega Gunner. Yeah, it's like... So, when you get a mate to transform, that sprite appears during the transformation sequence, but then you just revert to normal Bonk appearance after that. I don't know... yeah, that's a bit weird. Maybe they just didn't want to put all the whole animation set for that appearance in the game. Yes, Flintstone is also known as Seven Granddad in Sega Gunner parlance. GS. Give us an SG. Sega Gunner. Okay. This is Boss Battle 2, Super Bonk. There's a lot of contributors to Sega Gunner, but they don't always... they don't credit them in the videos themselves. Because, like, the idea of the channel is it's pretending to be real rips, but they're all, like, parody joke rips. I'm not sure what this is. I feel like I've heard it, but it's like the boss battle, the final boss battle theme, mixed up with something else. Come on, do the head bonk, for goodness sake, you little child. Why can't I bonk? That's why. Dancing Mad. Okay, that's a Final Fantasy thing, isn't it? It's a good match, fits well. Gibbon says, I want Hardcore Gaming 101. What? She says, I want Hardcore Gaming 101 to put out an all the caveman video games from the late 80s through the mid-noughts book. There sure are a lot of them. That would be a fun book. From all sorts of different companies. Gibbon thought it might be the Velt theme. So this is In the Clouds from Super Bonk. I don't know what it's mashed up with. Yeah, Final Fantasy VI might be the best Final Fantasy. It's very good. I think I might give up on this hard again. Oh. No! No! I think just... So Gibbon's asking about the game speed. I think different versions just run at different speeds. Or it could be an emulator thing. I really don't know. But, yeah. Okay, here's another mix of In the Clouds. This one's labeled Beta Mix. It's another Rickroll. Very good. Yeah. It's just basically the different versions that I could get have quirks about them. Some of them, the sounds don't work. Some of them run at different speeds. Yeah, emulation quirk. Maybe. Good chance for a health refill. Okay. We still have the animation of being eaten in this version. That's good to see. Oops. Five miles left. Ice physics. A little bit. Tokitori's back! Couldn't see him as well in this version because of the small screen size.
Here come that boy. Shoot water. Here come that boy. Shoot water. Here come that boy.
This is Blue Sky Super Bonk.
Here come that boy. Shoot water. Here come that boy. Shoot water.
Good track, good track. I don't know what they've done with this version.
Here come that boy. Shoot water. Here come that boy. Shoot water. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. Watch him.
I didn't note about the spikes in the mid version, but in this one they're quite simple looking. Not the crystal look.
Here come that boy. Shoot water. Here come that boy. Shoot water. Here come that
But you can see that the levels have been simplified even further in this version.
come that boy. Shoot water. Here come that boy. Shoot water.
I think. They're not the same levels, are they? I was glad to see those dragonflies though. It makes it seem like it's definitely worth playing the different versions. Slightly. I knew that'd be swears. Hopefully you can hear this okay. I turned it down a bit because it was louder. So this is Staff Roll from Bonk's Revenge in Siva Gunner. And it's Granddad. I wonder if this is the Game Boy version. Ah! Ah! Golly. Ah. It says it's on the TurboGrafx 16. It sounds Game Boy-esque to me. Different rock graphic? Yeah, Triceratops buddies. Yeah. Oh, not quite the bounty of fruit this time up here. Only 2 bits. Oh no. 1 mile left. This is Boss 1, Bonk's Revenge on Siva Gunner. They're mixing up the track with some samples taken from elsewhere that sound kind of funny. That's the gimmick. It works though. Alright. I think we have even less lives coming in, but there were less opportunities to get extra lives in this version. King Drool with the boss fight. Very appropriate music. What have they done to my boy? He's tiny! They shrunk him! He ate a red candy, I guess. Oops. Nah. Nah. Oh, this is tough. And that's the end of the Siva Gunner remixes that Fusion could find for me. Thank you again. Very funny stuff in there. I'm going to switch back to the CD audio soundtrack from Bonk 3 now. Nice. These aren't labeled, otherwise I would pick out the boss theme specifically. But I'll just let it play through. It says small boy. Yeah, I knew this would happen for this version of the game on the tiny screen. Had to cut the minigames. Had to make the levels even smaller, I think. And I had to make Drool a little tiny baby. This doesn't just have higher quality samples, it's got like sound effects baked into it too, which is fun. Oh, okay. Congratulations! New high score. So, yeah, the high-end version's the only one with the cutscenes and the dialogue, which has added a little fun touch to it. Had some nice little interstitials and some fun text in there. But yeah, we're done. We've played all 3 versions of Bonk's Return that I could find. But we're not done with the soundtrack. I feel like these do 2 loops. I just want to listen to some of the other ones. Is it worth doing another run of the high-end version? I've got nothing else to show really. Let's just do little previews of each of these other tracks. You can find all of these ripped on bonkzonk.com. And they sound pretty good. That's also where I found the like wacky arranged track with the lyrics from the Hudson Music Collection. That's also on bonkzonk.com. Yeah, Gibbon says these are jams, every one of them. I agree. They're really cool. Too bad I was having some like, I don't know if they're glitches or what when I tried to play the CD version on stream. It's just, it seemed a little odd. So I defaulted to the cartridge release instead. But yeah, we missed all these cool tracks. Oh, I can show you one thing, which is I had an alternate version as a backup, and this is what you find a lot if you look through archives of mobile games, is that some of them are in other languages that have just been baked in. This is actually the wrong screen size. This sounds like a boss thing. So I'm not sure what language this is, but it uses a lot of diacritics. Yeah. Which can make it difficult to understand. But we'll say no sound, please. Excuse me. Ah, see, this is why I had this as a backup, because it runs a lot slower, which I thought might be the intended speed, but I'm really not sure. It's certainly more manageable, but because I couldn't understand the language, I thought that might be a barrier, but then there were no cutscenes anyway, so it's probably fine. Oh. We've got some sounds in this version, but not many. No jump, attack, or enemy death sounds at all, just picking up hearts so far. So yeah, this is why it can be difficult to comb through archives of mobile games to find the right versions, the best versions to play, you know. So I'll just play this a little bit more to get through the rest of this soundtrack. I'm skipping tracks, not playing through the whole way. But yeah, this might be more how the game speed was intended to be. It should certainly be more playable on a little phone keypad, that's for sure. And this is the same emulator, so oh yeah, nope, that was my end. The stream crashed. Sorry about that. Australian internet. Hopefully it's back now. It says it's reconnected. I was nearly done anyway. Oops. Oh geez, Gibbon says that Twitch crashed on her end 5 times on Sunday. Damn. What are they doing over there? Get your act together, Bezos. Last track. Sounds like an ending. So yeah, I would actually be able to backtrack to get that in this version, because I can be a lot better about my inputs to actually land those high bounces off the clouds. But I'm going to try and speedrun to the end of the game in the next 2 minutes before this track ends. Oops, I took the wrong route. I won't get to the ending that way. So I quite enjoyed this. It's not too bad. Oh, nice. Tokitori! Buddy! Did my ice block not spawn? Damage boost. Yeah, so like, to be honest, I'm a bit nervous about next week. Both because 360 emulation is a little bit untested as far as I'm concerned. I haven't done much on it. But also, yeah, I'm not sure about about some of the choices that they made with Brink of Extinction. But we'll find out. Oh, that was the end. It's auto-playing music from Mission Kellogg's, the cereal game that I played one time. That was fun. Alright. See ya. Don't get too wet. Cool. That's just what I had next on my music playlist, I guess. I don't have much music on this computer. 4 miles left. Yeah, let's go. Let's finish this out. And I'll play Boku PC Genjin Gaja. This is an official Hudson arrangement from a soundtrack CD. Fusion says the VA sounds like Meowth's Japanese VA. I can hear the similarity, but I don't know who the actual VA is doing this. I've only got the credit. Yeah, the only credit I have is Kazuko Sugiyama, and I think that might be the arranger. Gibbon says there's some excellent kakegoe going on in this. I don't know what that word means, but I agree. Okay. Well, that was cool. Yeah, okay, well, I skipped some of the tracks in the Bonk 3 CD, but that's cool. Gratulugi. I'm going to look up what language that is. Kakegoe is a form of traditional singing that the sharp voices and rhythmic shouting hails from, says Gibbon. Okay, interesting. Good to know. Gratuluji. Congratulations in Czech. Oh, this is the Czech version. I kind of thought it might be, but I didn't want to say. That type of singing is also what Shiva does in Splatoon, which is the only reason that Gibbon knows what it is. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I've had fun today. I hope you've enjoyed watching Bonk's Return, the final official Bonk game. Yeah, it's been interesting. And I always like seeing the changes and the compromises they make in the different versions. I didn't expect getting different enemies returning in the other versions. So that was fun. Cool. So, as I said, watch out next week for Bonk Brink of Extinction. Hopefully I got the DLC loaded properly. Yeah. So until then, stay safe. Have a good one. Stay hydrated. Bye. Oh, and if you want to hear that song, go to bonkzonk.com. Yeah, cool. See ya.